Welcome back to the Two Promises podcast. Let's dive right into another exciting adventure with BD and crew as he pursues his new passion of one day finding the best, most epic bourbon. The Two Promises team sends their special thanks to Hobie and the Huckleberries for that masterful theme music. So grab a glass, relax, and enjoy responsibly.
Baby says she's leaving if I don't stop drinking wine. So I switched to whiskey, now I'm feeling fine. Drinking that smooth, smooth whiskey. No more wine. I like straight bourbon. Baby, you try the ride.
Happy New Year, everyone, to our listeners around the world. I'm so glad that you are back with us today. And 2020 is behind us with all of the roller coaster rides and wildness, and we can look forward to 2021. So, over the weekend, let's just catch back up. Since I guess we last spoke, been settling back in my hometown with my parents and celebrating the holidays with family and friends. So I hope that you've all had wonderful holidays and had a great time with family, loved ones, and I'm so excited to be here with you again and celebrate traditions new and old, and also to talk about, and great traditions are the Times Square New Year's celebrations and the ball droppings, fireworks and songs from around the world. What has been one of the things that we've done with our family is we have a green stuff recipe. So on holidays, winter holidays, it's kind of like a green sherbet and ginger ale blended up together, and that's just something that we've always done and look forward to since we were really young children. So go ahead, and if you'd like to, in the comments below, if you don't mind sharing some of your own traditions that you've had or that you would look forward to starting. My brother did some different Christmas songs on Facebook, which I really enjoyed listening to his take on the Christmas songs. Got to relive some old memories and got to learn some new songs that I hadn't heard before. Another thing that was awesome was being able to go shopping with my mom and my dad whenever we were younger, going back to just kind of celebrating our family members and those that have gone before us, was just the joy that my mom's mom would have anytime that she would get to take us shopping. And that was always something that we would do together as a family. So being able to do that again this year was a lot of fun and just brought a lot of joy into my life. And it was super exciting to actually kind of practice some of these shopping skills that I've been kind of trying to fine-tune since I've been back. And I'd also like to give out a lot of gratitude to just different charity organizations and different people that have been working, healthcare workers, everyone that have been working this year and trying to help us all overcome all these different obstacles and trying times. So I just want to give a shout out and a bunch of thanks to all of you. Just a few examples that I would just want to reach out to specifically, or at least one, is the Soldiers Angels and all of the letters and care packages that they send overseas to our troops, keep them encouraged, motivated, connected to life back here in the States. And it's always wonderful to have that, and having that connection with again, one of the comedy things that I was able to watch, it was talking about how now postmen are going to be the next superheroes. So I just want to kind of say shout out to all of the people that are working to get packages ready and to deliver them for all of the ones that you've done past, and for Christmas, for all of the things that we've been celebrating, and Hanukkah, and then all of the Kwanzaa. I mean, you get what I'm saying, but the point is I just want to give a shout out to everyone around the world that's just really making this happen. Of course, big topics of discussion on any New Year's is resolutions, intentions, goals, things like that. So I'm super excited to just dive into some of that. And what I'd really like to talk about is if you If you do have some of those goals, go ahead and drop them in the comments. And I'm excited to see where to make big moves and accomplishments on those. One little thing that I would like to use as a tool real quick, since we're talking about moving forward in progress, either individually, as teams, climbing those mountains, right? So one thing that I've used in the past, and I actually got introduced to it through the Boy Scouts, and that's just a little check-in exercise that we could use at the end of a day of, say, hiking or work or whatever it was, if we're on, like, say, an extended camp, to kind of get a pulse on how the group is feeling and potentially head off some, uncomfortable situations or escalations of things before they even become an issue. And so I'm going to walk through that right now because I believe it's a tool that I've been able to use effectively in the past and ineffectively in the past again, but the more that you exercise it, the more that you can realize the power that the tool might have in your life. So it's a daisy, a bud, and a thorn. So 3 things: daisy, bud, and a thorn. And that's where you would get in a circle with your team, with your people, and you would talk about 3 things. The daisy would be something that you're very happy about, you're super excited about. It's like the rose, the flower, something that you just think's beautiful, that you're happy about, that you appreciate, and you want to respect and give honor. So you're just calling out just some super positive thing, and that's what the daisy is. And then you have the bud. So the bud, I'm going to describe it in 2 ways. So it can fall into 2 categories: something that you're excited or optimistic about, or something that you see that has potential to grow into something that you're really excited about or that you would like to see. So that's just something to give a circular feedback on different things that individuals of the groups might be excited about or looking forward to. And then finally, the thorn. The thorn is the negative. That's something that you just want to get off your chest, that you want to speak very directly and very bluntly to, and be specific. So that way, everyone that hears it is aware of what that significance is. That way, they can either help reframe or just know, okay, that is definitely no-go territory. By reframe, I mean ask clarifying questions. I don't mean like changing their words or whatever. It's clarifying what it is that is concerning, wrong, bad. It's causing them to be in this realm of the thorn, if you will. So, making sure that everyone is clear on what that thorn is so that corrective measures can be taken to prevent that from escalating into an injury or something that could derail whatever it is that the group or the individual is working on. So, again, daisy, bud, and thorn. That's something that you're excited about, something that you appreciate, that you think was beautiful. The bud, something that you're optimistic about, or something that you see that with a few little tweaks, it could really grow and blossom into something like really incredible. And then the thorn is the negative that you really want to get out in the open so that people are aware of it. So a really big thing whenever it comes to just fluid team dynamics is ensuring that the principle of mutual safety. Mutual safety is where everyone in the circle or in the group feels safe with each other, right? So whenever we're talking about, efficiency, group dynamics, team dynamics, family dynamics, relationship dynamics, love dynamics, the more clarity that we can have with some of those things, the better, because that helps us see clearly what it is that we've got going on. Another thing that I'm super excited about learning is what you're passionate about for 2021. What you're excited about, what you're wanting to accomplish, what you feel called to do or you feel passionate about or whatever it is that you want to call it. It's definitely a very, very exciting time to be alive and a wonderful time for us to flourish together. So I'm not sure if you're on a mountain right now, if you're in a valley, what mountain range you're in, what it is that you're striving for in your life, but I do know that regardless of where you're at, we can all collectively work together and we can all reach summits in our own lives, even if we might not be on the exact same journey. So I really appreciate you being here with the podcast, you're following and listening and everything. That's super awesome. So I definitely appreciate it. And I am just so excited to see the growth that I believe we're going to have in 2021. There's so many just exciting things. And just to go ahead and start it off, I guess and by start it off, I just got kind of backtracked back to the daisy, the bud, and the thorn. So I'll go for it myself. I'll go ahead and give the example of my daisy, bud, and thorn. And so I'll share. My daisy would be the unity that I've been able to see, solidarity, coming together, and resilience. And then my bud would be passion and progress, helping create real and lasting change, and being able to see that through and help us all see clearer about the obstacles that we're facing today and how we can each be at least some small part of making this world a better place. And then my thorn, I guess, would be, well, the abdominal cramps, spotting, and then the whole balls thing. But, you know, you got to take the good with the bad. You know what I'm saying? And I'm super excited about everything that we've accomplished, how far we've gone, and the just love and overwhelming support that we've just been able to feel and generate and be a part of. So I just really want to honor that and give back to that and just say thank you all so very much for everything that you do, no matter what part of life you're in. Like I said, mountain, valley, whether you're employed, unemployed, whether you're able to continue working or not, we care about you. We're reaching out to you and we're in your corner, and we're really, really, really working to help each person. Again, I'm kind of going back to that, like the COVID deployment thing, is just ensuring that each person has access to the help that they need, whether that's mental support, emotional support, medical, community, anything like that. So if you do see areas of need, please, again, those are things that you can leave in the comments, because if a lot of times we don't see the actual needs of different areas. So I remember needs that I've seen, but everyone has a different angle on where they can see a quick dramatic improvement. So if you happen to see a place like that in your life, or in any of the places that you're trying to go with your goals, then I would highly encourage you to check in there and just see if there's an area that you could add to or get an uplift boost from in a very symbiotic. I'm looking at this, the whole symbiosis, the symbiotic nature of everything. So again, super excited for 2021 and all the things that we can create and accomplish with this new year. And again, if you have some New Year's intentions, resolutions, goals, anything like that, would love it if you drop them in the comments, and then maybe something like the funniest thing or your favorite thing that you recall from 2020. Those would be great things for us to kind of look back on and share. So again, I look forward to getting to know each and every one of you all more and growing together with you. Thank you again, and I look forward to catching up with you all either in the Two Promises Saloon or on another episode. Thank you very much, and have a happy new year.
Thank you for joining us today on this curious roller coaster of life. If this is your stop, please exit peacefully and enjoy the rest of your day. If you're ready for another one, just push play. A final note before you go: thank you. And thank you for feeling. The distillation and aging process is different for everyone. I'm not quite sure what you're ready for, so please sip slowly and enjoy responsibly.
Baby says she's leaving if I don't stop drinking wine. So I switched to whiskey, now I'm feeling fine. Drinking that smooth whiskey. No more